When you find yourself in a season of loneliness, and stay-at-home mamas, this is for you too. It's hard. I have 3 under 3 and live away from family with my husband, who gets deployed a lot. I've been without a car since we moved to a new town with no friends. Well, I met someone and they're cool, but mostly I'm by myself. Don't get me wrong, my husband has offered to move us back home closer to family, but honestly, I knew it was not time for us to return, nor do I want to go back in the city. But can I tell you about my alone season? I went through it depression-wise with anxiety. I questioned life and etc. I kind of mentally was not healthy for a while, and I was questioning God and His timing with everything. Like, God, why am I here in this town? You know, I just gave birth and had to pack up my whole family alone to move to a town where on the same day our car broke. What does this possibly mean? I have been without a car for almost a year and it's embarrassing. Lord, like, to always use my husband's coworker's car? Like, why did this mechanic scam us? Do they not know that we are on one income? Lord, if I could say something for justice, I would. God, why does my husband not care about what I'm going through? Does he not understand how this change affected me? He selfishly moved me away from my community 2 months later after having a baby, and now I'm literally stuck here alone while he is away, always gone. God, I feel lonely. I just feel like I'm alone. Everyone I know has a job and I have no one to talk to. I can't go anywhere because I'm told it's a dangerous town, and I already have had encounters with racist people. Then there are people on drugs walking the streets that I live on, trying to break into our cars, let alone creeps following me and harassing me. Why am I here? I feel like I lost myself and freedom being trapped in a house as if I'm living in another shutdown or pandemic. What was the point of this all? The landlord promised to put grass down, and all we have is dirt. So the kids can't go outside to play because they hate it. I mean, the sand's burning their eyes, and the reaction of the dirt on their skin is horrible. The dogs are forced to be outside because it's too much work to clean them every time they go in and out the house. Like, there's no point in even washing them, to be honest. Though I need to because it's, like, hygienic wise, I have to. But it's just, the dirt alone irritates me, God. Like, my kids are not adjusted and have developed attitudes, and I understand why. I mean, their lives have changed too. God, I'm just lonely and I need you. Like, I am lonely. I feel so alone that I really cannot see your plans for me here. Yes, those were my thoughts for almost a whole year. I told you I went through it. Perhaps it was postpartum, or maybe just the drastic changes. But during the lonely season of my life, while facing postpartum, I was learning something, and that was who I am. I was learning who I am, or was. Who am I when it gets tough? The way my children check me, or I check myself, I learned that God is really growing me up. I mean, growing me up. I thought I was patient and mature and just the best servant towards others, but I was in survival mode mentally to my den. I mean, I learned that I depended on phone calls with my sisters, who were stay-at-home mothers before I moved, to keep me company rather than my own kids. Let alone, I learned that through phone calls where we did not even have to speak, I did not know how to be alone in my thoughts and presence with God. I became dependent on people and not Him. I couldn't help but to think that maybe if my car was working, how I would have spent most of my time going back and forth from where we moved from to hang out with my friends rather than really living in the new community with people I was meant to serve here. I had to learn to get uncomfortable and make a real change to accept the next chapter of my life rather than complaining about everything that came up. And when it came to my husband, I had to see that we were here for a reason that has ultimately blessed my family. Whether it was in the way I wanted to or not, it is still a blessing. And I needed to be kind and change my perspective on my husband's judgment and choices as the head of the household rather than grumbling under my breath. I honestly had to apologize at some point for how I treated him because it was massive change for him as well that I rarely never considered. But to be honest, he had made every effort to make the best out of everything he could for the whole family. Like I said, when I was going through it, it was just hard to see that in the process. So, guys, I did apologize to my husband. And now that I can look back and reflect, that is why this message is being said. Because that wake-up call, which made me realize I was not who I thought I was, has led me to recognize how much my heart needed to change, how it still needs to change. And I'm currently working on that, to be honest. I barely have a social life, but I'm trying to put myself out there to make friends, which is so difficult. I am gently working on rebuilding myself into a healthy person that my kids need to become, and also who I need for myself. It's hard, but there is a reason for the season. There is. It was a challenge to adjust to one income household because I had always cared for myself and others before kids. Still, I had to learn again where I stand this season as a stay-at-home mother, which made me realize that my season at home is bigger than just raising my kids. Being in this town, I have so far learned that there is a mission I am called to here. For me personally, there was a lot of growing up in Christ that I needed, but I needed that time alone in the most uncomfortable place to be broken and vulnerable with God to receive everything He required me to receive from Him. I believe He needed to remind me of my place in this world, guided by His will and His role in my life. For anyone who has or is currently experiencing postpartum or loneliness, let me tell you something. You are not alone. So what is my message tonight to you? Don't waste the time you are given to truly reflect, build, and know God so that you can see what He is doing. Your Father is raising you in ways you can no longer avoid. It's just time to face reality and grow. There will be lots of tears, frustrations, life situations, and moments that you will experience alone, and even with your spouse and children. But let your thankfulness be greater than what is trying to deceive your mind from the goodness of God. He is revealing the qualities and first nature of His image through you in this season at home. He is preparing your heart to be aligned like His and pruning you from the inside out. For anyone who has or is currently experiencing postpartum and loneliness, again, let me tell you something. You are not alone, nor were you ever alone. He is with you. And don't feel like your journey is so different than the next woman or the next stay-at-home mother or just mother in general. It's crazy how you could feel so alone with so many people around you. But that just comes to show that the world that is around you, even your kids, even your husband, they are not enough. Only God can fill that cup and be enough. You're not alone, so don't act like it. He is with you. I love you. Shalom.